thou a brick? Is this a brick? What is a brick?
What's good, family? It's your boy Sykes, and you are looking live at another episode of Special Delivery, where today we got a brick on our hands. At least that's what people are saying about Bodega and New Balance's 990 V3 collab. But is this a brick? And what actually is a brick? We're gonna explore all of that, but I'm not really sold on this being an actual brick. I mean, I think this shoe is pretty special, and it celebrates something dope in Bodega's 15-year anniversary as a retailer. So we're gonna talk about why I think people are wilding and whether this is actually a brick or not later in the show. But first, we gotta actually unbox these things. So let's do it. All right, let's see what these things is hitting on, man. Yo, these are supposed to be a brick, right? This is supposed to be a brick. This is supposed to be, y'all gotta be kidding me, man. Like, these things are, this shoe is amazing, man. Just the details in this thing, man. Like, you got your classic New Balance mesh material right here all over the upper, man. Like, this is your classic 990 look, right? And it's covered by all of these suede overlays, these really smooth, really rigid sort of suede overlays, man. Like, this is an amazing detail on this shoe. And then you go to your New Balance logo right here. You see it's sort of covered in this reflective material like your classic 990s are. Right, you move up to the tongue, you see a lot more mesh right here, and you also got that same reflective material right here on that New Balance logo. Pull the tongue up, you see you actually have this plush teal lining on the inside that gives you like a different vibe from the rest of the shoe. That's in this sort of khaki brown color, right? And then you go to the sock liner, you see a little bit more of that plush lining right there. And then you can also see down here, you have the 15-year anniversary logo from Bodega right there on the insole of the shoe, which I think is a really cool touch. Go to the back heel, you see another Bodega logo right there. Then you got this embroidered 2021 right here, which is obviously the year that it is. But if you look at the other shoe, there's a 2006 on here. And 2006 is the year that Bodega started. 2021 is obviously the year that it is. It's 15 years representing Bodega's 15-year anniversary, which I think is really cool, man. This shoe sort of serves as a time capsule for Bodega and their fans. And I just think that's a really dope touch. So as y'all can see, man, like, this shoe is really cool. The details are really dope. I'm in love with these things. I don't really get the brick vibe from it, but that's still the question that we gotta answer, right? Like, is this thing a brick? And why are people calling it that? What is a brick anyway? I'm gonna explain that for you real quick. So for all intents and purposes, a brick is a shoe that nobody really wants, right? It's a shoe that is basically labeled a miss. It has little to no value on the resale market. And that is the case sort of with these 990 V3s. If you look on resale platforms like StockX, Go, and eBay, these are only selling for a little bit over the retail price of $220. So it's not like you're gonna go on there and make big bucks off of these. But that's not because nobody wanted this shoe. It's because the folks who wanted them were actually able to get them. Bodega dropped them in a way that made them accessible for people who were shopping manually online without bots to buy them, and it made it difficult for resellers with bots to actually buy these things and spread them all over the secondary market. And that's why you have that sort of depressed resale value. And that typically doesn't happen with collaborations like this, especially New Balance Bodega collabs. I mean, if you look at the 997s that they've dropped before, those are selling for 2, 3, and 4 times the retail price that they sold for initially on the secondary market right now. And that's just not the case with these. People just didn't have a tough time getting them. I mean, save for a card issue on Shopify, there was really no struggle trying to buy these. And honestly, that's kind of how it should be, especially with a shoe like this. I mean, after all, this is recognized in Bodega's 15-year anniversary as a retailer in sneaker culture, and that's big. And they're also doing it with a collaborator that they've worked with for a long time in New Balance. These shoes are supposed to be a thank you for all the folks who have been rocking with them for all these years, all the folks who have been riding that wave alongside them. And shout out to Bodega for recognizing that. That doesn't mean that these shoes are bad or that these shoes are a brick. It just means the customer was served. So I'm not really sure where this whole brick thing is coming from, but we got to talk about why people feel like they are a brick. Let me explain that real quick. So normally what happens when the shoe gets its brick label, it comes with this sort of hype ahead of the release. It drops and then it just sits and it doesn't really sell that well on the secondary market. And like I said, that's sort of happened with these things, but it's also not because nobody wanted them or because they're ugly or because they're a brick. It's because the folks who wanted these were actually able to get them. There were just more than enough pairs to go around, and that's a good thing. Yes, resellers were able to get their hands on some, and yes, they did put some of them on the secondary market, but nobody's biting because everybody already has these. And that's a really positive thing for sneaker culture, man. Like, this is how releases should go. It's 2021. Enough of having people tell us what they think are bricks just because they don't see a certain price tag on it. Enough of people telling us that the shoes that we love are ugly. Like, if you like that ugly shoe, if you love that ugly shoe, if that's your vibe, man, then that is your vibe. You curate your own vibe, and that's how we giving it up for the rest of 2021, fam. I don't want to hear nothing else. Enough of that brick stuff, man. This is how we rocking it. But anyway, fam, that's a wrap for us. This has been Special Delivery. I'm your boy Sykes, and this is New Balance and Bodega's 15-year anniversary 990 V3. We'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace. Thank you for watching this episode of Special Delivery. Make sure you like and subscribe to catch future episodes of Special Delivery. And if you feel like these are bricks, let us know in the comments with a brick emoji and explain why you think that.